Well, I think some of the areas that I was most pleased with, one, we played a lot of players, and that was one of the keys for us going into the game, is that we wanted to get a lot of people involved. And we keep hearing about our lack of depth, so we wanted to make sure that we were able to play a lot of people and get them accustomed to playing. We're obviously able to play 11 true freshmen to get them incorporated in the game plan on offense, defense, or special teams, which was big. We obviously established ourselves on the ground. I think we had over 60 rush attempts in the ball game, which is key for us to be a successful offensive football team. We have to run the ball. Ultimately, I thought our tempo was really good offensively. When you run 105 plays, we were doing it at a good clip and we were efficient at it. And then defensively, I thought we handled Fresno's tempo really well. Fresno's a really up-tempo team, one of the best in the country a year ago. We were able to get off the field on third down to limit their drives, and then ultimately for us extend our drives on third down. So all in all, there was a lot of positives, but still plenty of stuff for us to work on.
The offense did put up a lot of big numbers, 105 plays, as you mentioned. Is that the kind of offense we expect to see out of Sarkisian?
Yeah, I don't know if we can average over 100 plays a game, but we would like to go, briskly. I don't know if there's times we're going to go fast, there's times we're going to slow down some. The key for that number of plays really is our third down efficiency. And when we can convert third downs to extend drives, that's how we can get more plays. I think the best example of that was the first drive of the game. I think it was a 17-play drive where we converted on every third down that we had, which were able to extend the drives, which ultimately resulted in a touchdown.
Cody Kessler had a career performance. What did you like about his play?
I thought Cody was really gutty. As I said going into the game, I knew talent-wise about the team. I knew preparation-wise. I didn't know how the guys would be on actual game day, and I was going to have to learn a lot of that once the game got started. I learned a lot about Cody. He's a tough kid. I knew he was ultra competitive, but he was gutty. He stood in there knowing he was going to get hit a few times on some critical third downs and delivered the ball very accurately. I thought his leadership was tremendous, and then ultimately his execution of the offense was really good.
You mentioned that Leonard Floyds played a big part on the defense. What were some of the areas that he had impact?
Well, I think when you start talking about defensive linemen, and when you have 7 tackles as a defensive lineman in a game, that's a great number to have. Then you start talking about 3 pass breakups, an interception. He was just a force. His effort was tremendous, and Leonard really sets the tone for us up front. And it's a great thing when you're arguably your best player plays with the most effort. I think it sends a real message to the rest of your defense, and I think the guys followed really well.
So now you go into week 2 and you start Pac-12 play, and you start with the 2-time defending champion Stanford. What do you see in that team?
Well, we see a very disciplined team. We see a veteran team. You look across the board at their 2 deep, a lot of juniors and seniors, not a lot of younger players. So this is an experienced group, extremely well coached, disciplined in what they do. They definitely have a game plan when they go into a game and they execute it. So we have our work cut out for us. They've got won a bunch of games in a row at home. And we know that if you want to be champions in this conference, ultimately you have to beat the champion, and right now they're the reigning champs.
The perception, I think, of Stanford is that they are not an up-tempo team, and you are. So how is tempo going to play part of this game?
Well, I think it'll be interesting. It's definitely contrasting styles. When you look at what Stanford does with the multiple personnel groupings, the shifts, the motions, the ball control, the ability to run the football, to utilize the play-action pass to create big plays in the passing game, which I think they've vastly improved upon. They've got elite speed on the outside right now. And then our approach of going fast, trying to run numerous plays and within drives, within halves, within the game. I think it could be a real factor in the ball game. It should be something fun for the fans to see.
Great, Coach. Thank you. Good luck.
All righty. Thank you, guys.